Good morning, guys. We're back to it. Well, I'm back to it. I was actually on a holiday over the weekend, so that was a nice little break. But we're going to get this firewood back in the kiln now. It's been sat outside for about a week. Some of it's starting to just check on the ends, but it's obviously still very wet. Some of it was a bit seasoned accord, but definitely needs to go in the kiln. So Andy is going to get the forklift and get loaded up into kiln 1. We will then be processing later after some deliveries, but I need to get the burner on, so I'll bring you along. We've got some kindling waste, and some of it you think this looks absolutely fine. It's actually got some sort of beetle in it, so I'm burning it all, getting rid of it because I can't give that to a customer. I gave it a clean out last time I used it, and it was only on for a week with my new ash vac from Karcher. I'll do a video on that next time, so we'll get this batch out of the way because I need to get this on as soon as possible. But when I let this cool down, maybe the end of the week, I'll give it a full clean with the heat exchanger tubes in the back, and I'll give you a little review on the Karcher ash vac. At the moment, it's been bloody brilliant. You can get around the back of the burner and not worry about, and you can even do it when it's hot apparently, the ash, so it's quite nice. But anyway, it's pretty clean, so I'm just gonna get it lit. I might clean out the bottom just to help with the gasification. Another thing, I've turned the fan around. Not turned the fan around, but I've changed 2 wires so the fan goes the other way around, and it sucks the smoke out really, really well. I thought it was going the right way, and it obviously wasn't. So now it really does suck all the smoke out of this room, which is fantastic. So I'll start the fire, clean out the bottom, give this place a bit of a clean out. There's a few big lumps that don't quite go in, which is annoying. So I'll move them outside, and maybe I'll chainsaw them up and put them through. Burn this cardboard, give it a full clean out in here. It's pretty messy. So I'll either put you on my head or I'll set you up somewhere, and hopefully, well, this is not going to be too loud. That's the fan working now, and I'll try and show you. I'll shut the back flaps and try and let the smoke come out the front, just to show you where it's coming out. Yeah, it's good to be back, get back to work. It's fairly chilly this morning, not very chilly. It's about 10-12 degrees, but it's going to get up to about 20 today, so nice weather. Yeah, let's get this fire on. Okay, lighter. Got a bit damp, this cardboard, but the ash vac I got was the AD4 Premium. Seems to do really well. 3-stage filter system, so it doesn't then come out the top of the thing. So I don't know how well this is going to light because it's been left outside and got damp overnight. Hello, Woody. thinner bits. Now, while I was away on holiday, one of my videos went pretty mental. It was a bit of a shock to the system. Thank you guys for watching. I assume some of you are new subscribers that are watching this video. We had, well, the video hit, at the moment, has hit about 40,000 views. And about 300 new subscribers, which for me is mad in a couple of days. So welcome if you're a new subscriber. Hope you enjoy the content, seem to. Obviously YouTube just jumped on the algorithm. Need to get some heat in the chimney really, but as you can see, it's being sucked straight out. You see that? Being sucked straight out the fan. I'll shut this up and try and get some heat in the chimney to draw it out the top. It's a big old knot. Just trying to get some thinner bits. Get this fire going. Get some heat in the chimney, as I say. Keep it going for a little bit. Right, I'll show you that side. As you can see, smoke is pouring out the chimney now. That'll soon clear up when it gets hot. And I don't know if you can see, but the little 90-degree bend is a bit like a swan neck. That's connected to that fan, and that is sucking out all that smoke. Kiln is being loaded. Looking really good. So just to make it easier, we alternate them cages to create the airflow through. But there are some updates coming to this kiln very, very shortly. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. More fans and humidity sensors. The fans have arrived, I'll show you them in a minute. We better clean out the bottom of this burner before it gets too hot. I do like to just have a clean up before I do this, in case any ash spills off my tray, which is this one. It doesn't set fire to anything. So that goes down there. roaring away. And then we just need to clear this out. Probably can't see too much. I can't even see too much. But it's just taking the bulk out the middle, taking the bulk out the sides and the back. As I said, I cleaned that out. I cleaned that out last week. That's that. So we now can pretty much shut that door to reduce the airflow. Put some more wood in. Hey, move out the way then. And then we're going to turn on the fans, and we'll be up to temp in no time. Not going to speed any of this up. I literally went and got the broom and that was it when I turned off the camera. Now, I thought I'd address a few questions. What does my burner run on? Well, it burns on waste wood that is produced from the Kindling production as well as the Firewood production. Some people might sell that as Kindling, but I don't. I sell a bit of a premium product. That's a big knot. Yes, it will burn. Yes, it will light a fire, but it's not a stick of Kindling. I like a stick of Kindling, but this stuff has bugs throughout it, so it's all getting burnt and incinerated. It's not going out to a customer. It's not a problem as we've got a use for it. It is a very efficient burner. It's a gasification burner. When it gets up to temperature, it shuts off and slumbers down. A lot of new subscribers are asking where they can get one. You can get one from Ember Air Limited in the UK. It's an Eco Angus hot air boiler, well, burner. So we'll let that go up the chimney, but as you can see, the smoke is just drawing up through that fan. It's working a treat. Now, I'm actually going to get the burner on now. So, turn it on. Shut that. Shut that. Shut the flaps. Stop the exhaust going straight out the top. They go down, gasify, and then up. I'm then going to turn on the fans for the kiln. Kiln 1. I will show you. So as I say, I hope you can hear me. The smoke is now travelling down through the burner. There is 4 holes in this unit. The smoke is that volatile. When it then gets hit by more fresh oxygen, which it reignites the smoke and burns every single drop of that wood, basically. So you're not only burning the wood to get heat, you're burning the smoke. That is gasification. That ash there is super fine, and that's about a week's running. There was a bit left over inside the top chamber, but that's a week's running. That is about that's about 4 of them bins there. That's how efficient it is. It uses absolutely everything, and I love it. Yes, you have to keep it topped up, but my God, what a machine. So as I say, burning waste wood. Kiln's being loaded, lovely job. This stuff's been set outside for about a week, as I say. Got some longer restaurant stuff there, look. 30 centimetres. And this stuff is 23, 24 centimetres. Got a routine now. We now stack them long ways, so we don't have to turn them every time to go in the kiln. Working out really well. Woody, out of the way. We need to build up the hardcore. It's the forklift's digging in a little bit there. So the other advantage to it running really hot and efficiently there is no smoke whatsoever. I'll go around the back and I'll show you the smoke situation. So it's pretty quiet once contained in a container. These vents are fresh air going in because obviously the burner's using air, and also it's pushing air out through to the containers themselves. Zero smoke. Bluebird day, you'll be able to see anything on that. All it is a heat haze. Absolutely fantastic. If you burn dry wood, burns like dry scraps, it'll get up to temperature quickly. It will then slumber and it will hold on to the wood, and you'll get the maximum efficiency. We're running 2 40-foot containers with my new design, where it sucks the hot air out the top, blows it down, and then through holes at the bottom of the container. So if any of you are new subscribers, go back to the previous videos where we built these kilns. The concept does work well. It keeps the air moving around the container. The hot air obviously rises to the top, so then it then picks it back up and pushes it back down at the bottom, and it just does this big cycle. But we are getting problems with stuffy air. We're relying basically on the burner to push the wet air out of the kiln, which isn't really a problem on one container, but then when you start sharing the volume of air with both containers, you can get some problems. Well, not problems, but it just takes a long time. So we are adding a fan on a humidity sensor to pick up, to regulate the air humidity inside the kiln. So we're not just relying on the burner to push the wet air out. We'll have separate fans to suck the air out. So we'll set it. We'll have to play around with ideas, but I've been speaking to someone, Ian. He's done this to one of his kilns. He actually bought a kiln that was built off the back of my first build videos, which is, it's mad really. It's quite cool to see. So I've been speaking to Ian, and he's had a play around. He's got big kilns, proper purpose-built kilns, and he has more knowledge than me, because don't forget, I am not a kiln guru. I have people ringing me up, and I know what I know about these, but I don't know about all the big kilns. So yeah, Ian does. He's put his thought into it. Like I said, it's not a done deal. There's so many things you can do to these to speed it up. and I'm hoping this is going to speed it up. He is achieving a 3-day turnaround on semi-seasoned ash, which is pretty incredible, really. Out of such a basic design, especially, you know, the cost of this compared to a proper built kiln is quite a big difference, I'll be honest. So anyway, we're going to be setting a humidity. When it reaches that humidity, these fans will kick in, suck and blow the wet air out, and then when it drops below the target humidity, they will turn off, build up heat, get all wet again basically, and then push it all out. And that batch system will keep the wet air out and keep the temperature high. Because at the moment, the first kind of 3 days, you're basically steaming the logs, yeah? So when you put a lot of wood in here, I worked out you're losing about 9 tons, about 9,000 litres of water, and you've got to rely on that burner pushing that out in steam form out of the end vents. Another reason why some people are having problems, they're only putting a couple of vents in. You need good airflow. I'm learning these things daily with this kiln. My current times on drying wood, so part seasoned, right, and I can run it on one kiln. So I've got these taps, I'll show you now. I've got taps on the back here, and I can divert all the air to one kiln or all the air to 2 kilns. So this is, I'm glad I looked at this actually. Right, so that's shut at the moment. We'll open that up. Hot air is now going through into there. I was using this kiln last. We'll now shut that off. All that air is going straight into kiln 1. Okay, so when we're running on one kiln, part seasoned, we can do it in 5 days, 4 to 5 days. Okay, if you're running part seasoned on both kilns, you're looking about 7 to 8 days. When you're running green wood through it, like, and I mean green, depending on what wood it is as well, if it's beech, then you're looking at 2 weeks for both kilns running. If you're running on one kiln, you're looking at about 8 days, 9 days. So it is more efficient to run 2 kilns, but it just does take a long time. I'm hoping this modification will work out, and I will be documenting it all on the channel, so make sure you subscribe, and we'll see what the results are. If we can get it down to 3 days, we're going to be laughing. We've just got to get really ahead on the processing. I have been away, which it's nice to have a break, it's good to have a break, but the busy season is starting now, and we're going to jump on it and run with it. So as I say, the fans have arrived. I'll show you them in a minute. Well, they're in boxes, but I may look at doing that while the kiln is on, at least fitting the fans, and then I'll just get my electrician to come in and wire them in at the end of the week. So next week's batch will be the first batch on the new fan system, so that'd be quite cool. So at the moment we're relying on these fans to move the air around inside. If I find I'm still finding wetter logs inside the middle of the cages, we will then revert back to having fans inside the kiln as well. We'll probably run them along the top corner, so we can still get 27 cages in, single layer on one side and then double layer on the other, just to increase that airflow. I think at the end of the day, to maximise the productivity out of what I've got at the moment, is going to be more cost effective than building another kiln. Some people will say, oh, it's a lot of money on electricity. If I'm running these for 3 days, rather than 9 or 12 days, yes, you're running loads more fans, but you're running them for the quarter of the time. So I don't think we're going to be using more electricity. and we're going to be producing more logs, so more sales. It's just worth it. I am looking, well, I would like solar panels on the roof of the barn. We're south facing here, but obviously planning, money, it's a big thing to get solar, but maybe one day, because then we'll be truly self-efficient and green, because it uses waste wood, which is a renewable energy. Obviously trees grow, and then we're using solar panels, which is the sun that comes up every day, and it's actually come out today, which is nice. That's the other thing, we live in England and it's not always like this. So yeah, we'd better go and fill it up some more, because that would have burnt through that first little bit. We need to, you can't smother it when you're starting it up. You need to add little and often, and then start putting some bigger chunks in. That'll get up to temperature, and as I say, when it gets up to temperature, it shuts off the actual fans to the firebox and goes into slumber mode. That. So the burner is already up to 80 degree temp, and we've got it set to 100. Set it to 100, let logs warm up, and then we'll put it up to 120. So we've got some wet kindling that we've made into nets. Stack them in IVCs here. And that, as you can see, the airflow is pretty good, but it could be better. So we're just going to dry these nets out in IVCs. We've done it before. There is just about enough airflow through the nets that can kind of get rid of it. But obviously it's in kindling form now, so they're not green, they're just a little bit wet, so just need finishing off. Andy's going to finish one more pallet and then we'll put that in there. I have to admit, Andy is getting super good on kindling now. It does take time to get good on a Kindlet, especially the Kindlet Pro. It's very quick. But I don't know about you guys, but they are some full nets. nice even sizes, no knots, and that's why we get a good reputation for a product. At this current moment in time, 2023, 2024, we have run out of capacity to do any more wholesale. So if you guys are in England and looking for product, thank you for ringing up and asking, but we can't do it. We're flat out. I hate turning away work, but if I don't turn away work, I'm going to start disappointing people. So yeah, thank you guys for thinking about me, and I know you guys want to use the product maybe in the future, but not this winter. We are super busy. Quick one, the fan is on the light switch, so when you turn off the light, the extractor fan goes out, and that is because it eliminates the human error, because you can't really hear it when the burner's going. So it's a visual thing more than anything, so you always turn the light switch off. Well, I do anyway. And because if you were to shut the doors and leave that fan going, it might interrupt the kind of airflow of the boiler. It's sucking fairly hard out that room. So yeah, we're on it now, nearly up to temp. I'll try and get it when it's slumbered, but it just literally shuts down, and the air still keeps coming into the kiln, but the actual burn box doesn't burn any more wood. I would show you what temperature is in there, but the little probe I had left in the cage, and I think it's gone off on that big order, that one that went out in the lorry. So bugger, it's really annoying me, but it is what it is. It's gone now. I need to look at more of a permanent thing in there, but hey, it is what it is. As I normally put it in a cage, and then I've forgotten about it, and then obviously I've tipped it into a lorry. So who knows where it's gone. I've got some booking in to do now, so I won't be showing you that. It's very boring. Got some booking in to do for all the orders that came in when I was away, and then we'll come back out and I'll clean up that burner room and then go on deliveries. So nice busy day, but it's more of a video about the kiln and getting the burner going, and just saying thank you to everyone that watched that video. I'll have a quick look now. It was mind blowing. I was away and I looked at it and I thought, bloody hell, that's a lot of views, just in my general views. So in the last 28 days I've had 74,000 views, and I was like, that isn't normal. Normally it's around 30 or 40,000 in a month. And I went down to content, because it's not in my recent videos. It was day 23, best automated firewood processor, which it is. It's a fantastic machine. Yeah, 41,200. Lots of people commenting. It's the one I said put in the comments where you came from, and we've how many? We've got 713 likes, which is mental for my channel, and we've got 220 comments, which is fantastic, because I like creating this community. All the other YouTubers I watch, they all have a community. I'm sure you guys watch Buck and Billy Ray. I watched Andrew Caramada. I watched Victory Outdoor Services. There's a lot of YouTubers over in America. In the UK, there isn't a lot of us. So, and I like watching. I like reading the comments, the questions, all the ones that you guys send me over, and I try and answer them all. If not, I will answer them in a video. So just make sure you stay tuned. Yeah, I'll probably make this the next video, but if you haven't looked at all my other videos, I started doing the days about halfway through, so I think there's about 100 videos you can go and watch. The earlier ones aren't great, I'll be honest, but it was more of my first kiln build, and that was quite interesting. That's what kind of made me do the whole YouTube, and it did kind of not blow up, but I know a lot of people that have built one of them kilns off the back of that YouTube video, so it's quite cool. But I'm definitely putting a bit more effort into it now, and hopefully you guys recognise that. I enjoy it, I really do, and this video is already super long, then I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. That was the burner. So there are updates coming to the kiln, so make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.